Hello and welcome to the Certified Ethical Hacker Study Guide. In this video, we will discuss Chapter 5.2, Using Port Scanning Tools. Please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now, let's run our way into the first topic. After this short break. Hundreds of port scanning tools are available for both hackers and security testers. Some are commercial, and some are freeware or open source. How do you decide which tool to use? Not all are accurate, so using more than one port scanning tool is recommended. In addition, becoming familiar with a variety of tools is wise. Although you should practice often with a tool to gain proficiency in using it, don't fall into the trap of using one tool exclusively. Now let's dive into the next topic right after this short break. Originally written for Frack magazine in 1997 by Fyodor, Nmap has become one of the most popular port scanners and adds new features constantly, such as OS detection and fast multiple probe ping scanning. Nmap also has a GUI front-end called ZenMap that makes working with complex options easier. Nmap has been enhanced over the years because, like many other security tools, it's open source. If bugs are found, users can offer suggestions for correcting them. Nmap is referred to often in this course because it's currently the standard port scanning tool for security professionals. Regardless of the other port scanning tools available, any security tester with a modicum of experience has worked with Nmap. As a beginning student, you can use it during every part of a security or penetration test, but remember to build proficiency in a variety of tools. You don't have to memorize how each flag is set when running a port scan with Nmap. In fact, just typing the command nmap 193.145.85.201 scans common ports on the computer with this IP address. However, port scanning can be an involved process. Some attackers want to be hidden from network devices or IDSs that recognize an inordinate number of pings or packets being sent to their networks, so they use stealth attacks and limit their scan speeds to make their activities more difficult to detect. In addition to these techniques, an attacker could target only a few ports instead of scanning all common ports. In the following activities, you become familiar with the basic Nmap commands and then learn some of the more complex options. Now, let's bounce into the next topic, right after this short break. As most security professionals will tell you, Hollywood seldom depicts attackers actually hacking into a system. Typically, they're using a GUI program, frantically clicking, or typing a decryption algorithm. One exception is The Matrix Reloaded. The female protagonist, Trinity, sits at a computer terminal and runs Nmap. She discovers that port 22, which is SSH, is open, runs an SSIV1CRC32 exploit, an actual bug in SSH, that allows her to change the root password to Z10101, and then proceeds to shut down the grid. Moral of the story? Know your tools and exploits and you might save the world. In another case, a security professional came to work one evening and noticed that the company's firewall had crashed because someone ran a port scanning program on the network by using ACK packets. Many attackers use ACK scans to bypass packet filtering devices, such as firewalls. In this case, the company's firewall was disabled because it was flooded with tens of thousands of ACK packets bombarding its routing tables. This ACK scan constituted a DOS attack on the network, so don't get complacent when running port scans on networks. Always get the network owner's written permission before doing a port scan. Now let's jump into the next topic, right after this short break. Boot your computer into Linux. Open a command shell by clicking the terminal icon on the panel taskbar. Type nmap-h pipe less and press Enter to see all available Nmap commands. Your screen should look like figure 5-2. You can scroll to review the command parameters. After reviewing the parameters, write down 3 options that can be used with the Nmap command and then press Q to exit the help screen. To send a SYN packet to an IP address in your attack range, type nmap ssv136.142.35.137 and press Enter. Replace 136.142.35.137 with an attack network IP address your instructor supplied. What are the results of your SYN scan? Next, try sending a new SYN packet to a different IP address in your attack range. What are the results of this new scan? Do you see any differences? If so, list them. Nmap can scan through a range of IP addresses, so entering one IP address at a time isn't necessary. To send a SYN packet to every IP address in your attack range, type nmap ssv136.142.35.137-140 and press enter. Replace 136.142.35.137-140 with the attack network IP address range your instructor supplied. To see the output in a format you can scroll, press the up arrow key, add the vertical bar less option to the end of the nmap command and press enter. The command should look like this: nmap ssv136.142.35.137-140 vertical bar less. Next, add one more parameter to the nmap command to determine which computers in your attack range have the SMTP service or HTTP service running. Using what you've learned so far in this activity, enter the command and note the output. Hint: what ports do SMTP and HTTP use? The command's output might vary, but what's important is learning how to build on the nmap command. You can select specific ports in the nmap command, so not all 65,000 ports must be scanned. Now let's swing into the next topic, right after this short break. In this activity, you continue to use nmap for port scanning on your attack network. You add to the parameters used in Activity 5, one using nmap scripts to discover more information about the remote host. You should practice these commands until they are second nature, but Fyodor developed a well-written help page, called a man page, in Unix Linux circles, that you can use as a resource. You begin this activity by looking at this help page. If a terminal window isn't open, boot your computer into Kali Linux, open a terminal shell and at the command prompt, type man nmap and press enter. You can see that this command produces more information than the nmap h command. Don't be concerned about memorizing the manual, just know it's there when you need it. Next, enter the command to send a default script scan to 136.142.35.137, nmap scv136.142.35.137. You can read more about the default scripts included with the default scan setting at what are the results of the script scan? What brand and version of HTTP server is running on ports 80 and 443? Now limit the scope so you scan only port 443 by using the P flag, nmap p443v136.142.35.137. This makes the nmap scan more targeted and less noticeable. Now let's roll into the next topic, right after this short break. Security testers should also investigate Nessus. Nessus is a vulnerability assessment tool from Tenable that extends nmap capabilities by analyzing open ports for specific version information and provides detailed vulnerability information on the corresponding service. A vulnerability assessment tool automates the process of scanning for IP addresses, open ports, and vulnerabilities. Vulnerability scanners have a database of known vulnerabilities and a database of security check plugins, scripts, and logic that are used to check for vulnerabilities. Nessus Professional is a product you purchase, but Tenable provides a free version called Nessus Essentials. Essentials has the same capabilities as Nessus Professional but limits the number of IP addresses you can scan. Nessus Essentials is useful for experimentation and learning. Figure 5.3 shows the results of a Nessus vulnerability scan. Nessus also has an open source fork called OpenVAS, now branded as Greenbone Security Assistant. OpenVAS has no restrictions, so you can use it as a vulnerability assessment tool to scan any IP address you want. OpenVAS can update security check plugins when they become available. An OpenVAS plugin is a security test program, script, that can be selected from the client interface. The person who writes the plugin decides whether to designate it as dangerous, and the author's judgment on what's considered dangerous might differ from yours. Therefore, leaving the safe checks enabled in the policy is advisable. Figure 5.4 shows the home screen for the OpenVAS web interface. An OpenVAS scan isn't limited to determining which services are running on a port. OpenVAS plugins can also determine what vulnerabilities are associated with these services, as shown in Figure 5.5. If you find this video useful, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. To see more videos like this, please click in the rectangle in the middle of your screen. To see other videos from this channel, please click the circle on the bottom right. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.